Welcome back for part 2. This is Red River on your screen with some fire flames. Okay, I have some fire for you, which is why my artist name is Flama Red River if you will ever look for my music. And I am the Galactic Activator, translator of the Galactic Federation, and this is a channeled message, a loved war reading. Go watch part 1 if you haven't yet to have a little instructions. We have an instruction manual, okay? But this is part 2 that I'm gonna do reading for you with cards. I'm gonna use tarot cards and I'm gonna use my self-made oracles deck called the Alien Color Scan, and the other one is the red one, the Galactic Messages from the Galactic Federation, which is inside of here. And these are the colors, and these are all connected to a chakra and a color and a dimension, and of course you. But I'm gonna see for me for you, I'm gonna put the mic because we gotta hear me right? I think this works. I hope this works at least. What are we gonna start with? We're gonna start with the color scan because then I know what I'm tapping into for you. This is a loved war reading about any love situation, any war situation. Doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter what you do for work, it doesn't matter where the F you are, it just matters where you are. Okay, and this is not something you have to hide from or be scared of. I am really just shining light on what you already should know by now, and if you don't know it by now, it's gonna never arrive, or it will very soon. So let's see, what does the Galactic Federation has in store for you? And what does your spirit guides want you to know? Because I know I've been summoned here. I know I've been called here. I know I have something that I know about that you gotta know about. And you're ready for it. You're so ready. Like, you have been waiting a long time. For some of you, I've been waiting a long time to share this with you. Yeah, I have. I really have. The longer they wait. Literally, that's the first sentence. Play back this video if you missed that whole thing, okay? The longer they wait, the longer that they actually suffer and create more to suffer from. That's really what I wrote. And the back it says, hot damn. Okay, hot damn. Someone is not happy for me to watch for you to this. Wait, that's a weird sentence. Someone does not want me to talk. Someone does not want me to share this message with you. That's why they're constantly trying to stop you. They're constantly trying to get in your way. They're constantly trying to distract you. If that has been happening, this person doing that, they don't want you to notice. And if you have been getting distracted by a person, I'm gonna say immediately, this is the person that I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, if you have been getting just like constantly being pulled away from your passion, distracted from your real interests, people trying to block you from someone that you want to approach deep inside, these people are not that well in their mind because they don't have good intentions for you. Okay, and I'm not gonna hold your hand as I say this, but I'm gonna look you straight in the eyes and I'm gonna say, if you really don't need something from someone, you don't have to accept it. Okay, you don't have to allow this energy or this thing to come in your life, okay, when you really are like aware of that is intoxicating you. That's why your spirit guides are going to mention right now, release what you cannot carry, because it is not your responsibility, all right, to find places for things that you don't even know where to put. Make it easier for you. Be honest with at least the people that you are supposed to trust. Okay, show them what really happened. Show them what really happened to you. Like, let them really see and hear your story. Let them be there for your taste. Okay, let them be there for your taste. Because you have a taste and you have an experience, you have a whole creation, okay, that you made, that you just left behind, that you just saw, okay, and witnessed in your life, that they now all have to know about, because from you, because you are the one who saw it. Okay, you are the one who tasted what you now carry. Okay, and maybe this is not maybe this is not like herbs and spices and stuff like that for cooking, but maybe these are, where is this going, Spirit? Maybe these are actual people that you create, you know, and these people are now going to be a creation for you, because you reincarnate and, you know, you reproduce. Whatever you met in the past can die and stay in the spirit, and whatever you met in the past can also stay alive until it is fully destroyed. And even when it is not really destroyed, it can be, you know, being transported, and I'm like throwing it out, but it's like transporting to another dimension, in another location, another planet, another star, another something. Okay, something can be transported. The biggest dragon ever lived could be destroyed. But if God decides, the spirit got to stay alive, the spirit of the dragon, the biggest dragon in the world, got to stay alive in some way, then God is going to protect this light with all its light that it has ever created. Not because God can, no, but because God needs. Because the dragon needs it. Because it is so real that God had no other choice. It says you had no other choice. There wasn't any. Sorry about the lightning. Something that you are going through right now has been making more and more sense lately, but also at the same time you're like, I really need an answer, God. Like you are praying in silence, even though you're not aware of it, that you desire answers. You desire realness. You desire a fact. Not just one. You want facts. You like facts. You want facts. Every day you want a new fact. Which is why you deserve the truth. Like, you want to be so honoring, right? to your own soul, that nothing gets out of proportion, is what I'm hearing with you, because you're always following the light of God. You're always leading yourself and not be misled by others. I mean, if it's your destiny to be misled, it is your destiny to be misled. What can I say about it? Well, if you're meant to get to know someone, right? And then you're meant to experience them in their worst ways. Fun. Can be fun. It's not always fun. Then it is your destiny to see them. Maybe you're not going to charge them. Maybe you're not going to sue them. Maybe you're not going to put them in jail. But you see them. And whoever you share them with, that's truly God's work. Whatever you share is God's work. It's God's word. And you are the one witnessing everything that you see and experience. So if you think something in your life is not important enough for you to maintain seeing it and witnessing it and hearing about it, then don't keep it. Don't keep it. No, because why are you the one, right, being parked at places that your soul doesn't even want to be found or finding itself? Yeah, well, you are looking for a realness. You are looking for experiences that teach you the self-love that your spirit really requires to maintain its appearances, right? Let's see what else is there. Why I'm gonna use these cards, okay, to share more about the cards that I'm getting with the tarot cards. So be patient. There's going to be so much more. Maybe, well, this could take hours, but if you just need 20 minutes, you just need 20 minutes. Someone, this is for someone, not for everyone watching this, okay? Someone unaware, don't move, right? They could have had your company, but they chose to reject you. Someone didn't want to be with you because, well, they rejected you. They rejected you. They rejected you. Why did they reject you? Why did they reject you? I'm hearing someone was not aware of who they really are. Like their real purpose. They haven't met themselves yet. They haven't met their future. They haven't been face to face with their desires. They haven't been wishing real desires. Like, I mean real desires. I don't mean a desire like walk in the park, meet with this one, and then share a cup of Starbucks with the other one, and the third one just finds a way home themselves. I don't know. You don't have to meet with everyone that wants to meet you. No, you don't need to feel everyone that feels you, because they will, feel their own way in life, just like you. We got some cards coming out, but that's a lot. I mean, okay, we have 2 times the 10 of coins, because this is 2 decks in one, because they're from the same artist and they go so well together. I mean, look at them. We have the golden one and then we have the Egyptian style. This is the Egyptian, and the tree is with the gold, right? You have 2 times the Ten of Pentacles. So you are really in your purpose, on your purpose, working on your purpose, developing yourself in your purpose. Okay, purpose, purpose, purpose. Then it's all about full circle. Then it's all about coming back to you. There's 2 dogs there. Dogs could be significant. The color red could be significant. Maybe you should wear the color the upcoming days, or some days that you feel that you want to wear that color, because it's going to amplify your stability and your security within your life, not just in your blood. Okay, we got the Three of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. Someone really was not aware of you and the power that you behold. You have to understand this. When you are a divine partner of someone, destined to meet your soulmate, literally born to be met by your being, by your other side, by your twin flame, by your wife, your husband, whoever. When you are a divine soul and you are meant to connect, you're not going to know yourself like you want to. You're not going to experience life as a beautiful rose. If you want to be a beautiful rose, it's going to be very rainy and cold and hot and sweaty and hurtful, you know. When you really want to love, you're going to allow your heart to be hurt. Yes, hurt, but I mean hurt. Like, you're going to feel the pain from the people you love, because they're going to show you the most beautiful parts inside yourself, alongside with the parts of yourself that are not that beautiful, that are not that gracious, that are not that holy, you know. They are not sacred, because there's been a time in your life where this sacredness has been taken from you, right? This sacredness was disturbed. It hurt you because it created a narrative. It created a narrative within you where you were like starting to see things very different. Not with a grain of salt, but more like a bag of salt, like an ocean of salt, because it is so heavy, because it is so different. It's almost disturbing, right? And sometimes when you've built so hard, with the Eight of Pentacles and the Hanged Man and the Strength card here, sometimes when you've built so hard, people are not going to see the work that you put in yourself, because they will never experience your pain, not like you do. They will just see the fruits of your labor. They will just see everything you built for yourself. They will just see, you know, your achievements and your opportunities. But really, deep down, they want to see your vulnerability. They want to see your struggle, because they can learn from it too, and they will be inspired by you. But at the same time, if they're unhealed, like if they're not healed enough, you know, whatever, they're gonna laugh, because they're gonna feel insecure about themselves, and they're gonna laugh at you, and they're gonna be like, haha, you. Never. But you did, though. You've been there, though. Like, you did that thing. They didn't. They never did. They don't even know what it tastes like, because you have a specific taste. Okay, and you have a specific story for people to listen to. And if your story is not appreciated, they are not really appreciated by God. On God. Because they don't have the respect in themselves to understand you or understand your story. Not because they lack information or they lack intelligence or they lack emotional stability. No, not really at all. For most cases. For some, this really is the case. But it really is because they don't know your taste. They don't know what you felt in your life. They don't know what you saw with your own eyes. That's why they cannot understand you. They cannot feel your feelings if they're not meant to. They cannot tap into your emotion and activate, energy inside of you if they are not meant to, because they will lack this power, because they are not chosen, and because they do not want to see you in that energy with themselves. They probably want to see you in another energy with them, or no energy at all. But just, keep in mind that whatever you give to others is what you want to give. Because if you lack this integrity of wanting to give, I was just burping, so that is another confirmation for you, right? Where was I? It's probably best to always feel what you want to give. Because if someone is going to make you give something, you will feel forced. And that is, bringing you out of composure. It's going to bring you in a place you don't want to be. It's going to bring you mentally somewhere you don't want to be. And if that's because someone else is making you against your will, then they should be in jail, first of all. And second of all, they cannot always go to jail because they're so protected, right? But if they're not that protected, they should be in a state of receiving the energy of God and what God wants to do with us, and giving us a divine judgment with justice, which balances the planet and balances the souls and balances all the children that has ever lived. Because if you can say, okay, I want something different, I need to change something, okay, then your ancestors are going to literally be with you. They're going to be with you watching you change something. And your consequences are not your responsibility. Okay, that is God. That is all God. So if you say, I am done with something, you're going to be so done with something. Like, you're going to be so done that you will never return again. Because you're going to be like, hold on. If I would go back and do this again, I would show this. And then I have to live with it because I show it to myself. You can change that now. Like, you can change that now. You are someone, you live not for regret. You are someone, you live for no regrets. Regrets? It's like you regret something. That's another message. That's a side. I'm starting to swallow my words. There was a side message here, okay? What was I saying? Oh yeah, you live a life of no regrets. meaning you just want to live and do what you love, and if you then don't like it afterwards, then you just let it go. You release the memory. You try at least to find the right experiences for yourself. But you are someone, you want it to be right for you. So you don't want other people to look at you bad when you're not bad, right? You don't want other people to look at you good when you're not good, because you need accountability. Because you need accountability, and you need like all these things, to really be true to yourself. Okay, I see you. But it's always important to know, if someone is not ready to approach you, they will have their own fight with God. Maybe they're reading cards right now. At the same time you're watching this, for some people, yeah, they do. They read cards about you. They are so curious about you. Even though the people that rejected you. Because even the people that rejected you somehow want you. With the Page of Wands, some people who rejected you actually really want you. And I'm hearing for some people, they cannot want you because they are working on themselves, which is why they cannot want everything now. But the fact that they want you deep down can only be given to them as a desire by spirit, by their own spirit. We got the star here on top, on the bottom, top, bottom, whatever. Doesn't matter where you are. It matters that it came to the surface. We got the Hierophant, but actually, this has an Aries. This is the Aries card. I'm looking at all these Aries. Look, Aries, 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 Aries. I'm an Aries. You could be an Aries. Someone you know could be an Aries. This could be about an Aries. Okay, this could be about anyone. But the Hierophant is really a teacher. This is someone you respect. And you want to be respected. You actually want to be wanted righteously. Because if you're not wanted righteously, you don't want to be there wanted. That's the truth. The Ace of Swords is all about the truth, baby. And because you thought you was needed somewhere, because you thought you was needed somewhere, you arrived. Because you thought they needed you. Because you thought someone needed you. But baby, someone didn't need you. I'm gonna spill the tea. This is the devil here. Someone did not need you. Not that long. Not that often. Not that intense. Not that powerful. Someone was not supposed to want you that much. So they had to stop earlier. For some of you, they still didn't stop. Who is disturbing my galactic collective? I just recorded 2 minutes and it got lost. So I don't remember everything that I said, but I'm going to have to do it again, which is fine. There was not something wrong with the message. I just accidentally threw it away, so I'm gonna hope to say everything again. I said, if you're gonna act like a Page of Cups, you're gonna find yourself as the Fool. And there are two staples came out of this deck that flew out by themselves. So if you're gonna act like a Page of Cups, you're gonna be like a fool. You're gonna be acting like a fool because you don't know everything that you have in order yet. You don't know everything that's gonna come to you because you don't know everyone that needs you, and you don't feel everything that you were searching for. So you're gonna look for things that you didn't even know you had to find. You're gonna find things. As the Emperor, you are the king of fighting. You're gonna find fights with the Five of Wands in reversed. You're gonna find, experiences that are gonna shape you exactly as you are. Because let me tell you this, if you didn't know something needed you, how would you take care of it? Because you have no idea what's going on behind your back. You can take care of yourself when you know where you are needed, how you are needed, and what you have to do to arrive. Like the Knight of Pentacles. Because you go after it, right? You go after what you think needs you. You take action towards what you think is needed for you. Because you fight for what you deserve. And if you don't get what you deserve, something is acting foolish, because then they take and they take. We got the Fool here, the Seven of Wands, right? The Nine of Wands. With the King of Cups in reverse. No one likes the King of Cups in reverse. Because it's immature. It's immature behavior. It is like lacking intelligence to communicate. Okay. It's lacking their own awareness. That's really what the King of Cups in reverse is. The King of Cups in reverse is someone who is lacking their own awareness, their own feeling of life, their sensations that they should sense. This could be because their energy might be blocked. Okay, this could be because their third eye is being so poisoned that it cannot see for itself. It could be that they're distracted by people talking shizzles. I'm going to say shizzles because I don't want to say shizzle because it's not my word. And I cannot say shh on the camera. So shizzles is what I'm going to say. They don't know. They just talk shizzles. They just... Their water is not going to the gravity with the gravity, you know. It's like their energy is not gravitating towards the natural magnetic field of the earth. It is actually drowning. And it just fell out of my hand on the floor. Let's go back to the Fool and the Seven of Wands and the Nine of Wands. If someone is not truly meant to fight for you, they will never fight for you in the way that you want. Because then you are meant to live life with someone else, right? Or you are meant to fight for something else in that moment. It could be your life. It could be your partner. Did you see that? It could be... It could be your kids. It could be your work. It could be your passion. It could be your art. It could be whatever you're working on, okay? But at the end of the day, you want to be available to you. And if you're not available to you, you're going to have to give that energy already to something else that is distracting you. Because they need your money, they need your time, they need your house, they need your car, they need your clothes, they need your smell, they need your food, they need your water, shower, whatever they need. Don't give anything to anyone who will never respect your mother. If they cannot respect your mother, and I mean keep her alive, I mean keep her in a positive light, right? Your mother will spiritually feel this person. Because your mother has telepathic abilities, okay, that can feel the plasma of the earth and anything around it. So this plasma is called an aura. This is called the aura in the ethers. And the ethers it has no end, really. It has no end. It has no end. But you have limits. And in love and war, you gotta have limits that you don't want to let anyone reach for. And if your limit has been crossed, and if your mind has been disappointed and dissatisfied with someone in your life, take them to God and let God communicate to them through you if you have to talk. If you don't have to talk, do not even care to teach them a lesson, because the lesson they won't teach is something you were blessed with inside to learn. And then you have to use this knowledge for your benefit. It is so useful to you that now you cannot share it, because if you share it with the wrong people, they will not learn how you did with the God. No. They will use this information to benefit from others who don't even want to share anything with others. That means be careful with your lessons, because some things that God shows you inside telepathically, if you share it with someone else, your blessing won't be less. It's just that someone else with that information that you just got can do the worst things, like rob a bank, sneak into a hospital, kill someone. Okay, if you let someone be against God, you are participating to God. In God's eyes, when you let someone get away from God, you are participating in sinning, in claiming to be with God, but you're not with God, because you're lying, because you're showing up untruthfully, because you are scamming people, because you are a fraud, because you lie. You lie. You should not lie, first of all. That's gonna haunt you until forever, right? What I recommend, okay, when someone is not ready for you and you know they should face you, get ready with God, okay, for yourself, because the moment they come, you will be exactly where God needs you to be and where you really actually want to be. Because something about your career, I'm hearing, is supposed to unfold naturally, but it's not right now, which is why this message found you. Because someone in your life is not ready to face you, but they are getting ready, is what I'm hearing. They are getting prepared to meet you. Alright guys, I'm gonna record a part 3, but the part 3 is a love war reading about your finances, because everything in your wallet is connected to your root chakra, because everything you breathe out comes from your blood. Everything you breathe in sits still. Everything you breathe in, okay, sits still inside your blood. Because everything that you have ever seen, whether this life or a past life, is still alive in someone's heart. And because you can control your own, only, you cannot possess another heart unless you are multi-spirited and you have more spirits in one. Like me, I am multi-spirited. I have more spirits. I'm not two-spirited. I have more spirits in one body. So, not as my ancestral spirits, because of course they live in me, but I mean mine, tied to my name. My light came running for it. Okay, anyways, with that being said, I really hope that this I really hope that this teach you something or gave you something information, or really just gave you confirmation of what you felt. And this next part is going to be more for the people that they really choose themselves with whoever they gotta choose with, or whoever got away. That's what I'm getting, away from the burdens, because there has been burdens put on your path and you're not really one to create burdens for others. You are someone who finds burdens, and then you're the one helping other people get back on their feet, because you are, well, you're like a footstool for people. And I don't even know what that is, but I mean like a food bank, like when you can drop your foot in the air. Like, you are like that to people. People find you to rest with you, okay? And if they cannot rest with you, they are partying with you or enjoying life with you or making a lot of problems with you or for you. And listen, a real lover, and I mean a partner who's meant to stay because they are destined to grow with you, there's nothing you can lie about to yourself, because deep down your soul's always gonna feel the truth deep inside. So you can lie and hide whatever you want, but you need you. And if you love someone that is not happy with how they turn out with you, they're not supposed to be loved by you, at least not at that time. You know, you can come back to them later when you can love them, when you can really respect them as they are. Because, you know, sometimes we cannot feel loved because we don't respect the choices we made. And the choices are always going to be for ourselves, right? Because the moment you say no to something that's bad for you, you do it for yourself. And the moment you say yes to something that's good for you, you're only giving yourself less burdens, because you're giving yourself more grace. And it's going to get lighter for you. And it's not going to get heavier. It's only going to get heavier when you are ready to learn, when you're open. When you are open to receive and learn and grow. Because if you're not open to receive and learn and grow, new opportunities and new people, new experiences will not come to you. Because you're not ready for them. They will only come for you and to you when you are ready to be in that energy. To be in that energy that God quite literally made for you. Like a package, like a design, like a custom designer piece. It's like for you. You put that on, you smell like it, and you taste the energy you need. Alright? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do part 3, but I'm gonna first take a little tea because this has already been, I don't know, 1.5 hours? I don't know. If you have any question for me, like a real question, just put it in the comments, okay? I will comment back or email it to me. If you want to book a private session or a one-on-one or a group reading, like a group setting, in any way you see fit for you and your people, you can always find me when you need me. But you cannot be found if you're not ready. Okay, you cannot be found by the people who are not ready for you. And they will come, but only when you are exactly what they need. And this is always going to be a learning experience, because we're always going to grow. And especially if you're open to learning, of course, you're going to find so much challenging experiences that's going to shape you and who you really want to be. So it's going to make you act like in a way you don't want to be. But that's for you to decide, right? It's always going to be for you to decide. Alright, watch part 3 for your career and what's being expected from you. From the divine, I mean. Because you are. Red is out.